Disclaimer: the views, opinions, and insinuations made by the host or guests do not reflect those of the show, the management, and the network. Viewer discretion is advised.
Broadcasting beyond borders, the message of the tourist tribe of coaching entrepreneurs and independent service providers from the Philippines. This is Life Coach Rezzhel for Gala Hour, and you are joining me for a special episode dubbed as 5 Ways to Look Supercharged. Now, Think Talk Broadcast is the flagship community project of coaching Think Talk speakers from Life Coach Philippines and the members of Coach A Coaching Community. Now, Coaching Gala Hour is a special broadcast and celebration of the culmination of day one of Break the Stigma, a 2-day mental health virtual retreat facilitated by Master Coach A. I'll be back shortly. Welcome to the live streaming of the Gala Hour, a special broadcast for the ongoing Break the Stigma Mental Health Weekend Retreat. Now, in this episode, I want to keep the connection going with individuals who felt that they are juggling so many things in life right now, at the same time knowing what to do with their stamina, which is apparently right now is a challenge, by having a conversation about 5 ways to look supercharged. Now, broadcasting beyond borders of Pasig City on the 6th of May in the year 2023, I am Coach Rezzhel. I am the operations manager of Decaf Coffee Republic, the home of certified CACC life coaches and the coaching hub of Life Coach Philippines. I am coming in live right now in our conference area. Now, I am also a master builder apprentice of Master Coach A as we build tribe, as we help people really reach their unstoppable dream. I am also the creator and founder of Purposeful Living Coaching Community. Now, this is a coaching community that creates a safe habitat where you can discover your true path as you begin to understand your calling to live your purpose in life. No? So I just want to also take this time to acknowledge ang ating mga nagko-comment na. No? Hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining Coach Teen, Master Coach Jasmine, and Kay Chi. No? So to get this going, we believe that, or I personally believe that the energy you maintain is just as important as the intentions you set. Now, the reason why why you are still doing what you are doing, even if you feel challenged or tired at times, knowing the why behind why you are doing it is actually something that can really help you supercharge no matter what will happen. So for tonight, as we are going to discuss the ways of looking supercharged, help me welcome our guests that will join me tonight, Coach Marife Garfin, Coach Beejay Amancio, and Coach Iris Terana for a flavorful conversation in this beautiful evening. Hello, coaches! Magandang gabi, no? Thank you so much for saying yes.
Hi.
Also, thank you. Okay. And so there, no? Pag-uusapan namin ngayong gabing ito, no? Actually, an hour before midnight, no? So kami yung paunti-unting magta-transition, no? So when we talk about supercharge sa ating mga panauhing guests, no? And also to those who are with us online, pag naririnig natin yung word na supercharge, no? Ano naman yung naiisip niyo? What is that picture when we talk about supercharge, no? So sa end ko naman, before ko tatawagin ang ating mga guests, no? Every time naririnig ko yung word na supercharge, aside from having that picture of Master Coach A, siya talaga yung supercharge. No, nakikita ko din na when we talk about supercharge, it's actually you having that very energetic approach towards life, no? Either you are very fast when it comes to how you are responding sa mga challenges ng buhay, both work and personal, no? You can also see, no, when we talk about supercharge, you can see that there is a great charge when it comes to the vigor and enthusiasm, no, towards responding the many things that are happening in our lives, no? So, pakikinggan naman natin ang ating mga guests, no? So, as they introduce themselves, they will also be sharing to us their definition of supercharge, yung experience nila when it comes to being that supercharged women when it comes to the many things that they are currently doing. Coach Marife?
Ako talagang nauna. Okay. So, mag-introduce pa. Ano sabi? Kalimutan ko, Coach Rezzhel. Ako po si Life Coach Marife Garfin no, from Life Coach Philippines. Ako po ay, my background is a registered nurse. And nag-transition for several years now, no, magpa 5 years na, 4 years na mahigit, no, na ako ay nag-transition to life coaching and I'm a professional certified life coach, no, under Life Coach Philippines. So, um, siguro, Coach Rezzhel, no, yung supercharge, no, so, I have always thought before na, um, I don't know, I am just one person na pag mayroon kang binigay na responsibility, I just want to follow through. Kasi naibigay ko yung commitment ko doon, no? And I believe it's a disservice kung hindi ko siya gagawin, no? So whether I am uncomfortable or comfortable, I would do it, no? I would do it, and I get satisfaction when I'm able to do it. And that for me is a way that I say I'm supercharged to do it, no? Matagal na, parang mula noon ganun naman po ako, no? But one of the learning also and realization that I got is that when I grew older and I became more aware of myself as someone who carries the name of Christ, is that I know that when I am given task, I am also equipped. I'm also um, may tulong din na binibigay. So kaya whenever I do things, it just naturally flow na gagawin ko siya. No, so um, that to me currently, no, as a as someone who is, especially now doing my practice as a certified life coach, this is not what I usually do. Um, I believe na bago binigay sa akin to, I was equipped. I na-train ako. I just do it. No? Kanino po maingay? Hindi ko alam. Okay, so that's it, no? To me, I'm supercharged with that thought, no? Na I am and I knew it. So parang sa akin, it's everything that I would do, it's stewardship. Stewardship lahat yun kasi hindi naman yun mangyayari sa akin at ibibigay sa akin kung hindi ako provided at hindi ako in-equip. Ayan, yun sa akin yung supercharge.
Beautifully said, no? Thank you, Coach Marifer, for that. And again, to those who are just coming in, maraming salamat for joining, no? I can see Coach Berna with us, Coach Lynn as well. We have Coach Candy Teng, no? Na kanina pagising. Okay, supercharge ito. And then Coach Glacy all the way from Japan. Thank you for joining. Coach Colin is also here, no? So, we wanna also hear your thoughts, no? When it comes to supercharge, ano yung reality nyo ngayon? Or how do you want to define it in the face of the so many things that you are currently doing? What I was able to get with Coach Marife is the word stewardship. No? So, malaking bagay yan when you understand that there are things in life that is being entrusted to you. Medyo malaking accountability yan, no, Coach Marife, especially if we are taking it out from the context of faith and our relationship with God, no? Because we believe that by the end of the day, lahat ng mga bagay na pinapagawa niya are all about stewardship. And one day we will be leaving all these things behind, no? So it's powerful to imagine that you become a supercharged person because you understand the concept of stewardship, no? Thank you, Coach Marifer, for sharing that. And again, to our to the coaches, thank you for joining, and to our fellow learners. If you also want to share, please feel free to comment. No, excited tayong mag-connect with you. Okay, so Coach Iris.
And yes, good evening, everyone. I am uh, past coach Iris Terana. I am an ordained deacon of the United Methodist Church, and at the same time, a family outreach officer of a charity organization to seafarers and their families. And I have been a certified life coach since 2019, but then due to the pandemic and all, I was not able to really practice it. But I had my recertification just a few weeks ago, and I'm glad that I am here. Yeah. So on reflecting on how is it to be how to look supercharged, as Coach Rezzhel said, you just have to reflect on that. So as I reflect on that, I what came to my mind is that we have to be discharged so that we can be supercharged. You know,
Mhm.
discharging all those things that are making us, low bat, and going to the point even being empty already. So we have to really discharge all those things that are making us heavy. And we thought that these are things that might, make us charge, but actually these are the things that are really making us weak, not supercharged. So we have to discharge all these things so that we we could become supercharged in the true sense of the word. And and I would reflect that on also because my life verse, one of my life verse is Philippians 4:13. You know that as a person I become weak and all that, so I have to discharge everything to the Lord, and I know that it is through Christ who gives us strength, that who really makes me supercharged, because I have already discharged everything to, to the one who makes me supercharged. So that's one of my thought on that, on how to look supercharged, Coach Rizal.
Powerful, Coach Iris. Thank you for sharing that picture of supercharge. Going through life, especially yung mga nararanasan nating hindi maganda, no? Yung mga nakakatama, nakakasakit, nakaka-offend, lahat na lahat na lang ng negative sinabi ko. But truth of the matter, no? Um, pag hindi natin talaga titignan ano yung makakatulong sa atin in our journey, you cannot be supercharged when there's too many baggages. No? So when there's too many baggages, it's impossible na magflow yung energy that will help you to be supercharged, no? So yung pag-discharge, no, na ng mga bagay na hindi makakatulong sa journey, nakaka-distract sa journey mo doon towards the improvement of who you are and towards the things that you wanna achieve, no? I like how Coach Iris put it in that kind of picture that you have to discharge. Like if you wanna be that supercharged person in doing the things that matters to you have to really decide to make a choice to discharge the things that are no longer helping you, to discharge the emotions that are not supporting you to be the better version of who you are, to discharge the too many distractions that will not allow you to achieve your dream life. No? So, ang ganda, no? For you to be able to look supercharged, you have to discharge. No? Thank you so much for that, Coach Iris. Coach Beejay?
Hi! Today, our topic is to be charged. We have to look charged. My name is Beejay Amancio, Life Coach Beejay Amancio. I would like to change my name to Life Coach B because there's Life Coach, Master Coach A, Life Coach B, and Life Coach C. So, tatlo na kami sa alphabet na nasa Life Coach Philippines. So, my name is Beejay Amancio. I like to introduce myself as the wife of an OFW, a mother of 2 millennials and 1 Gen Z, and I work in the government, the Land Bank of the Philippines, a proud land banker serving the nation. And what is supercharge for me? Actually, tonight is a challenge for me. Wala na sana akong charge talaga kasi tired na sa whole day. At 11 o'clock is tulog na dapat. So, but the topic is how to be supercharged and challenging siya. So, what is the definition of supercharged for me? Uh, I like the one I learned when I attended my very first ever B-learning session, which I think was already the last B-learning session, the 24th season, I mean, 24th class of the B-learning. I like what the one of the mental models that said the day one mental model. What I understood about that is when you go out, when you do anything, you have the day one mentality, meaning you're motivated, I mean you're excited, just like doing something for the first time. So for me, being supercharged is like that. You have that feeling of doing things like the first time, being excited, very ready, physically ready. Uh, I mean, you are dressed the right, you are excited, and then aside from that, being supercharged for me is also somebody who is ready to step up when necessary, like being where I am in the government, in the bank. There are times when even if I don't feel like it, when I am not in the mood to do anything, or but I need to do it. So you need to step up to the plate because that's your role, that's your responsibility. So even if you don't feel like it, or you are physically or mentally drained, but since it is your role, it is my responsibility, I have to step up to the plate. And I have to do it like day one. Have to be excited, have to motivate people, have to smile at clients, have to talk to people, even if I already want to retreat and regain my strength. But we have to do and step up to the plate because that is our role, that is my role, that is my responsibility. So for me, that's how I define being supercharged, being always on day one and always ready to step up to the plate. Thank you.
There, no? Always ready, happy to serve. Okay. So, thank you for that, Coach BJ, no? So, it's day one mental model. Favorite yan ng mga nakakaraming Kindred coaches, no? It's always a great reminder for all of us, no? Especially kasi isa yan sa mga motto, no, ng Amazon, day one. It's always day one. So, it's a great picture actually, especially when you're not feeling well, because it happens from time to time. No? You do not feel well all the time in doing what you are called to do. Maraming, how many of you can relate, no? Maraming nangyayari in between. Yung paglaban natin sa mga pangarap natin, yung mga gusto nating ma-achieve, no? Maraming nangyayari in between na at some point hindi maganda yung pakiramdam, no? But having that day one mentality, yung day one mental model, no? To those na hindi familiar sa day one mental model, basically it is a thought process wherein you will decide how it feels, how you are responding nung una mong ginawa yung trabaho yan. Yung una mong hinawakan yung mga gawain iyan, no? So, yung unang pakiramdam, yung unang pananaw, yung unang experience, so babalikan mo yon and basically you will do it like that even if you feel otherwise. Kaya malaki talaga siyang tulong, no? So, there, ways to look supercharged is to have a day one mental model, no? So, ay iti-take off ko lang din sa ano no sa sharing ni Coach BJ, no, Coach. Sabi mo kanina, syempre not all the time you feel good, no, or you feel nice inside. So sa tingin mo, Coach, as you go through your own journey as well, ano yung pinaka why mo, no, or the reason behind bakit paulit-ulit kang namimili to be supercharged when it comes to doing what you are called to do or yung mga responsibility mo na meron ka, no? So, in spite na hindi masaya all the time or maganda sa pakiramdam all the time, what is your why of still choosing to be supercharged in doing the things na na meron ka, no? Yung responsibility na meron ka na.
Yun na nga, my why of doing even if I don't feel like it, of stepping up to the plate. Number one, because I know it is my responsibility. I know it's my role. Being like, for example, being a manager, I know it's my role. It's nobody else's role. So I have to step up. I have to do it. So I will have to accept that um, I chose this role. So I have it is my responsibility to do good at it, even if at times where I don't feel like doing it, because I chose this role. I am in this role where I am now, and it is my responsibility to do what I have to do. So that's the why, because if I don't do it, if I don't step up, that's also a disservice to not only my institution but also to the clients I have to meet, or even to my staff, because of course as staff they look up to you as the head, and they will also um, imitate. They will see you as an example, like especially at their end, they also feel there are also times they don't feel like doing things, they also are not doing well. So by showing them that this is how I do it, I am setting an example to them that uh, even if we don't feel like doing it, we still do it because it's our role, it's our responsibility, and in doing so, na-overcome mo rin yung negative feeling mo. Parang, yun na nga, parang sa day one, yung excitement of doing the things that you're doing overtakes the negative feeling. Na-overtake siya when you start doing it. When you start feeling the day one feeling again, despite not feeling, not wanting to do it. Somehow the excitement and of doing the that overtakes the negative. So somehow you end up still being positive despite na in the first place you didn't feel like doing it or didn't want to do it. In the end, because you pursued uh, doing what you have to do, what I have to do, in the end, positive pa rin ang labas. Parang masaya because I
Na-achieve.
did it anyway, despite the negative or the feeling of not wanting to do it. So positive pa rin in the end, which for me is also a way of showing those who are looking to me as an example that our feelings can be pwede siyang ma-overturn by doing positive things. That's the why.
There, no? So, importante talagang maintindihan natin yung mga reason why we choose to do it this way. Like, we choose to be supercharged when it comes to the things that we are being responsible from, no? Coach Marife?
Uh, Siguro ako, Coach Rezzhel, is, yeah, tama yung sinabi ni Coach BJ, no, na pag binigyan ka kasi ng responsibility, um, you, you, um, you have that really desire to fulfill it, no? To fulfill it because, well, sa akin, no, I always believe na hindi naman yan naibigay sa iyo because it just came out of the blue. No, it is really purposely given to you. So yun sa akin, no. There are many times na ayaw ko din naman, no. May mga mabigat na you don't want to do it. Pero when I could relate with Coach BJ when she said na nakatingin yung tao sa I had that experience before when Typhoon Yolanda hit the hospital that I was working, no. Wala akong panahon magmukok, wala akong panahon umiyak, wala akong panahon maawa sa sarili ko that I don't have work because there were people, under my responsibility that I need to lift up. Kasi yun naman ang role talaga ng leader to provide something, no, that para may path na pupuntahan din sila and that they will not really feel bad, no, or hindi din sila ma-discourage. So alam ko yung sinasabi ni Coach BJ, no, na it's something that has to be done, no. But when I transitioned, no, to becoming an entrepreneur and really wala akong hinahawakang tao, wala akong hindi ako nagli-lead, no. I was surviving for myself, no. I was surviving for myself. I need to do something because I need to do this, no. So and yung why ko nagbago doon, no. Nagbago siya in that aspect na hindi nakatingin ako doon sa more of my responsibility but I was more into really fulfilling the things that I believe I was given at that particular same naman noon pero wala kasing tao, no, na pwede ko na like I have to do this kasi may tao nakatingin sa akin. Hindi na siya naging ganun, no. So nag-iba yung situation ko doon. And since it was I was in a space wherein I prayed for it, no. Hiningi ko siya na sana bigyan ako ng trabaho, sana magkaganito, sana maibalik ko 'yun kasi wala naman, nawala siya eh. So nung maibigay 'yun, sabi ko hawakan ko 'to kasi binigay 'to. So I have to do this, no. So more of naging yung perspective nag-shift na hindi ito para sa iba. I'm gonna do this for me because I am given the opportunity to really do to ano. Pero hindi na more of the may tao ba akong parang wala siya, no, wala nawala 'yun. For several years ganun po yung sa akin. I have to do this or it's my responsibility. But I was given pega the experience na okay, wala na 'yan. Ito na, bibigyan kita nito, paano to gagawin. So yun, more of me, no, keeping my sanity, no, keeping me afloat, no, tapos wala kang trabaho. So more of parang I see it as God's gift to me na okay, para hindi ka, hindi ka magproblema, yung mental health mo hindi din ma-affected. Bigyan kita ng gagawin. Parang yun yung sa tingin ko. So I do it because I believe I have prayed for it. Binigay niya, kailangan ko hawakan. Kailangan ko siyang hawakan. So yun, Coach Rezzhel.
Yun. So, yun yung mga be careful what you have prayed for because it will really happen, Coach Marife. So, to those who can relate, no, sa ating comment, mag-comment kayo, no, yung mga pinanalangin nyo, tapos nangyari at nasa harapan nyo na ngayon. So, go lang. No? Maging supercharged ka. But to the point nga ni Coach Marife, no, by the end of the day, because it is for your mental health, it keeps you sane in this crazy world, no? And there's so many things that are actually happening. When you are able to see yourself doing it, because in the first place, gusto mo din naman, no? Then it will really keep you sane, no? At the same time, yan din kasi yung fulfillment na nagbibigay sa atin ng fulfillment, no? Every time we are able to do it, every time we are being a steward of the many things that we have prayed for, nagiging meaningful yung buhay, no? Nagiging fulfilling yung buhay. And therefore, naging makahulugan yung mga ginagawa natin. And all the more we are being refueled, no? Yung supercharge na tinatawag to really do it once again, no? The next day, the next week, and then until you are able to really hit, the results that you are also praying for. No? So si Coach Iris naman, no, Coach, when ano naman po yung journey nyo when it comes to the reason why you choose to be supercharged?
Yeah, sa akin naman, no, kasi as as church worker, as a clergy, I believe that I am called. Tinawag, tinawag po kami, tinawag ako ng Diyos to be His servant, to serve His people. So, yun, my buhay talaga ay siya. My greatest audience is siya. Kaya nga yung kanina kay Coach BJ, di ba, yung day one. Tapos na-remember ko yung challenge ni Master Coach A sa akin na yung, what if this is your last day? No? What would you do? So, anong gagawin mo? Kasi, uh, yun naman, yung parang sa akin, hindi day one, kundi last day. Last day. So, if this is your last day, and you would face the Lord, so, are you really worth it to be said that good and faithful servant, no, being the one called? So, yun po yung greatest why ko bakit I have to be supercharged. I have to look supercharged. Yun po.
Thank you, Coach Iris, no? Ang ganda. Gusto ko rin yung gano'n na tanong, no? So, how many of you would agree na minsan sa dami-dami din nating ginagawa or sa bilis ng buhay, no? That's one powerful question. Thank you, Master Coach Ay, no? At naitanong mo kay Coach Iris. At naitanong niya ngayon sa ating lahat. Like, if this is actually your last day, no? How would you want to spend it? And how would you want to like anong mukha nun, no? Anong mukha nun, especially to the eyes of your creator? No? So I want to leave that question to our guest. Again, maraming salamat, Coach Marife. Alam kong sobrang gabi na dyan sa Tacloban. Dito sa Dikap, nagsisimula pa po ang energy. To Coach Beejay and to Coach Iris. No? But before we are going to wrap up, please share your message, your final message for everyone who's listening right now when it comes to living life in the face of so many transition at ang daming nangyayari and probably madaming challenges. No? Ano po yung mensahe natin para sa lahat to look supercharged?
Sino mauna?
Same arrangement.
message, no, to look supercharged. I think it's you really finding, no, you have to be able to find um I have always believed, no, lalo na nung after Typhoon Yolanda, yung natanggal lahat, no, yung mga ginagawa ko. And I've and yung wala napunta ako sa uncertainty where I don't know what tomorrow will hold, no. Hindi ko alam na I've always thought na I would retire at 55 as a chief nurse, no, and I will have the control to choose what I want to do after, no. Pero nung mag-Typhoon Yolanda at tinanggal yun, parang naisip ko na my life is well orchestrated and it's planned, no, that I need to I have to move from one season to the other because there's something that God want is leading me to do, no. So it iba-ibang season yon, and I always believe na I have to be mindful that in every season mayroon siyang tinuturo sa akin. And because I'm mindful da ano yung tinuturo every season, alam ko na yun kasi ay lesson to prepare me for what is to come. So I I just wanted to encourage everyone to really, always find yourself really having a conversation with God, no, of what is next and what is to come. We can. I also believe that we have been given the all the potentials, all the skills, no, to make it through this life. We have been given, and a lot of the struggles right now of people is because they've always been believing na wala pa, hihingin pa. But I always believe na binigay na. Kailangan lang buksan, no? And i-claim mo yon para ma-overcome mo yung challenges. So, and along with that season, sabi nga at sa mga lessons, no, may provision of talent, provision of skill, provision of ini-enhance ka every now and then. So kaya whenever ngayon na ang tinitingnan ko yung sarili ko, paano yung negosyo ko, no, what's gonna happen with it, no. Tinatanong ko lang palagi sa sarili ko is what is this teaching me? What is this teaching me? Araw-araw, what is this teaching me? Pag walang kliyente, what is this teaching me? Pag walang pera, what is this teaching me? Ganun lang po yung tinatanong ko sa sarili ko. How can I make it better? How can I make it better? Yun, andun lang ako sa space na yon para hindi po ako bumitaw, no? Hindi po ako bumitaw. Kasi madaling bumitaw. Madaling sabihin na ayoko na kasi pwede naman talagang hindi na gumalaw. Like I've naisip ko na pwede naman ako mapakain ni husband, no, at hindi na lang dyan mag-housewife ako for that experience. Pero I believe, noon din tinatanong ko sa sarili ko, bakit hindi ako soft-spoken? Kasi yun yung dream ko din, no, na maging soft-spoken, na angelic face din ako, tapos, sweet. Pero hindi po yun yung personality na binigay sa akin. So naniniwala ko, mayroong kaakibat na, mayroong equal din kasing role, no, at responsibility na binibigay. So yeah, I think yung ano ko lang diyan is really to dig deeper inside of you, no, so that you get to really be understanding na merong pinapagawa sa iyo, merong kang gagawin at araw-araw you move towards really understanding it. I believe it's a lifelong process to really understand our purpose, no? Until our deathbed hindi ata makiklear yun, no? Kaya nga tinuturuan tayo ni Master Coach in ang 30-foot view, no, na lalabas ka. Pero naniniwala din kasi ako, Coach Rezzhel, that you can never be able to see the 30-foot view outside kung wala ka ding faith at hindi ka naniniwala. Because it's only God who will truly allow you to see, no, things that you can't see. Kaya nga naglalaro yung faith doon, no, na hindi ko nakikita, Lord, pero ano mo naman, yung aking lang naman prayer, huwag mo lang ako i-surprise, no, dahan-dahanin mo ako, Lord, kasi baka hindi ko ayoko ng surprises. But yun, I think each day is something that an adventure to discover yourself and discover daily napunta na po ako sa discovering daily of what God wants me to do on a daily basis. Ganun lang yun siya. And because sabi nga ni Coach BJ, in relation to what Coach BJ said, when you are also in a space where you are awaiting each day, ano yung ipapagawa sa ano yung ipapadiscover sa nandun ka din sa day one. Nandun ka talaga sa day one na you look forward to it kasi nga andyan. Alam mo naman sa luka ni Lord, no matter how dark it is, it's His promise na no matter how dark things are, if you just hold on, He will make things better. No, kahit gaano ka hindi mo naintindihan yun. So, nandun lang ako sa space na yun, Coach Rezzhel. And it's the same thing also, no, na ayoko na kasing anuhin yung brain ko, dapat ganito. I have, like, whenever I have desire, I just say, Lord, ito sana ganito. Naalala ko tuloy, sabi niyo, be careful what you prayed for. Sabi ko, Lord, sana before mag-end yung 2023, makarating ako ng summer. Tumawag yung katarman. Sabi ko, okay, Lord, ang layo ng ang layo ng ita-travel. Pero later, okay, pinag-pray mo yun. So, maghintay ka na lang ng provision, paano siya gagawin. But, yun, each day na lang, each day, and dito ko naintindihan, nung tinanggal lahat sa akin, dito ko naintindihan yung prayer the Lord's Prayer, na give us this day our daily bread, that you simply look forward to each day, to fulfill each day as being given to you. Ayan, Coach.
Thank you, Coach Marife. Coach Iris, for your final message.
Yes po. Sa akin naman po, siguro baka isipin kasi ng iba, kasi you're a pastor, so hindi ka, you won't get through anything na bad, or you won't get through any mental health crisis. But actually, it's the opposite of it, no? I've been through a lot na talagang worse than worst, yung nagkaroon nga ng depression and all that. But then, I do believe that still life is a mystery, but then it's also an adventure with the Lord. And it in that adventure, it's not all flowers and good roads. We have to go through hardships and struggles, but still the good thing about is that yung hindi mo na talaga kaya, you have to ask for help. Yeah, and that's one thing of discharging. Yung sinasabi ko po kanina na asking for help is the bravest thing that one can do for oneself. And that is one thing na yung marami ka nang dinadala, hindi mo na kaya, you have to discharge everything and ask for help, because yun nga, sabi nga, di ba, help is available. And marami po talaga ang tutulong once you said that you need help. Kasi kung minsan, lalo na sa aming mga church workers, sasabihin, ano ka, super pastor, super woman. But no, we are not super beings. We are still human. And, we can't do it on our own. Yes, God is with us, but still, we need fellow human beings to be with us in this journey with the Lord. Helping each other find our purpose in this life. So yun po, to be supercharged is to cling on always to the source of all our strength, which is God, but still we have to reach out our hands to each other and help each other, ask for help, and it's okay. It's the bravest thing we can do. Ask for help so that we can be supercharged. Yun po, Coach.
Yan. Wrap up na daw, Coach Iris. Thank you for that. That one is actually powerful, no? I mean, to be supercharged, di ba? Parang paano naman yun magko-connect, nahihingi ka ng tulong, supercharged nga eh. Because by the end of the day, you can only do so much. You are still a human being, no, with limited strength. So that's why when it will hit that line, you need to also be humble enough to ask for help. Thank you, Coach Iris. Coach BJ?
Hi! Supercharge! Matutulog na. Yay! Yun, for my final message, to be supercharged, for me is to have that day one mentality, mental model rather, but also to recognize that not every day is a day one. So when days on days where it's not day one, um, we have to remember what is our why. Yun na nga kasi nag-why ka kanina. Naalala ko. You have to remember why am I doing this? So that I can go past the negative, the not feeling day one, feeling day end of the day. Yung kay pa. And so for me, uh, why? What is my why? I believe that the Lord has empowered us to be of influence to other people. Where He has placed you, you are an influence. That's for me. He has already equipped us all with all the necessary things that we need to do. So where He will place you is your area of influence. He has empowered us all to be an influence where we are. So for me, where I am right now, I always think where I am an influence. Where I am is my parish. This is my church. I am the pastor in this office, in this branch where I am the pastor, and these are my flock. So I am empowered by God to be of influence to these people. So to be supercharged, I have to remember my why, that the Lord has placed me here to be of influence to these people who are here, to give glory to Him, to let His name be known, and to show to these people that a Christian manager does things this way. So, with that in mind, we get supercharged.
Yay, no? Thank you so much. No, if you notice, they are all from Tacloban Region 8. And not just that, no, supercharged kayo because you are women of faith and your relationship with God keeps you there, like keeps you supercharged. So maraming salamat for saying yes, Coach Marife, Coach Beejay, Coach Iris. Thank you for blessing us with your thoughts. So to wrap it up, no, doon sa ating mga listeners, thank you as well for being with us. We are able to read your comment na mamaya-maya re-reply kami. Coach AP Lin, maraming salamat sa support. No? So to wrap it up, ang sabi nila, ang sharing nila, 5 ways to look supercharged is knowing the value of stewardship, knowing when and how to discharge. Day one, mental model, know your season, and always ask for help. So maraming salamat, Kindred Coaches. Again, thank you for supporting Break the Stigma Gala Hour with me, with Life Coach Rezzhel. And whether you are joining us live or watching on a replay, please do leave a comment to share your thoughts and insights. Please don't keep us a secret. No, importante ito. Help us serve more people by circulating the link of this video. So as I close, I'd like to invite all the individuals who are looking for their purpose, the dreamers of this time, the goal seekers, the mommies, travelers, dads, to show up and join us back tomorrow inside Zoom private meeting for Break the Stigma Mental Health Virtual Retreat. This would be our day 2. No? So registration is still open for those who missed the first day but are ready to take action. So please let them know also. Share the link in the comment, no, para sa ating mga magre-replay. They can be able to just click it so they can register. Now, this is us in the Philippines. Coaches like us think and talk like this. Again, this is Coach Rezzhel, broadcasting beyond borders to advance life coaching worldwide. And we want to say, coaches, love, bam, boom.
Love.
Love, bam, boom.
Love boom. Love bam
The
boom.
bamboo,
Love
Love bomb boom.
boom.
bamboo.
Love bomb boom.
Everyone. See you in the next one.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.